Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Seeking Heaven channel. I'm your host, Tamara Caulder Richardson. Hope you're having a great day. So glad to have you at the Seeking Heaven channel. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Subscribe, click the little bell. That way you'll get all the episodes. And I have spiritual guests, really interesting topics for anything that's mysteries, ancient mysteries, OBEs, NDEs, spiritually transformed experiences. I've had 6 near death experiences myself, and I am also an evidential medium as well as a channeler. And so, before we get started on our topic today, which is awakening your hidden superpowers, I'm excited about going over that with you and really want you to think about what yours are. Before we start, I want to do a couple announcements. And I did want to mention to you that do have a school called the Academy of Divine Wisdom. If you sign up, you get a free 30-minute Christ light meditation, that same light that I received in my near death experiences. And also, those of you that don't know me, I do channel Christ. I saw him in 2 of my near death experiences, and one of them in which I was dead 2 hours and spent 3 days in heaven. So I still communicate with him regularly. So if you sign up for that, also if you're interested in a reading with me, then that would be at southernbellmedium.com, and you can do an individual or group. I do it online all over the world. Works great. You get a copy of the recording. And finally, the seekingheavenstore.com. And I have a lot of really cool designs. Like I work for the Office of Christ, the Galactic Federation, a Rockstar Seed. Very cool. I'm a trained designer, so that's what I do. Here's like one of my little glasses here. I usually have one of them that I'm drinking out of, but check those out. And then also wanted to mention that uh, I'm going to be having this course. It's called Channeling for the Divine Wisdom, and that's going to be coming up. And you can go to the Academy of Divine Wisdom under events or courses, and you'll see it there. And that's going to be coming up July 8th. And that's a 5-week course. And by watching this episode today, it's a short episode, I'm going to give you the code to get $100 off. It's only $444. It's a 5-week course, and I'm putting all these bonuses in there. The I am meditations. I'm doing grounding and protection. We'll be doing some practice sessions, but I am highly trained. I've trained 8 years in the British style of evidential mediumship. I'm a trance channel. I've taught at the Edgar Cayce Center. I'm an afterlife speaker. I do this internationally. And so I am involved. I also do transfiguration, not like Jesus did, but it means a different meaning. So I can go into a trance at will, although that's not what I'm going to be teaching you. I'm going to be teaching you in this course the different states of consciousness and how to get in to that area of love vibration where you can connect to these higher level beautiful beings. Someone considered that you could also consider the angelic realm. Okay. So today I want to jump in because that ties really into what I want to talk to you about today. And that is awakening your superpowers. Isn't that great? Look, he's just going, yeah, electricity's, popping off of him. I love it. Actually, probably it's not really coming within. He's actually using the elements to pull it in. But isn't that cool? So that's what we're capable of. And I wanted you to really think about what yours are right now. And why I think that's so important is we're in a time that we can't exactly trust what we're hearing out there, right? What's going on in the world and so forth. I mean, I get to find out because I have people that I know and friends all over the world, thank God that I've met over the years, and also having this channel. I didn't know that would happen. So I kind of, get a feel for what's going on around the world. But sometimes we need to have information and we don't always get it straight. And when you use your abilities, you can connect directly, and you can also use it for your own GPS system, right? Even if you just use it for that, you don't use it to help anyone else, it's still very handy. So I wanted to, welcome you today, and I want to talk about what is your hidden superpowers. And I say hidden, and the reason I say that, most people, I talk to a lot of people, is they have abilities, and some know what they are, but they don't really come out publicly with them. They'll do a little something on the side, or they'll do this, but they're very shy about it. And I'm just going to go ahead and say, for those that are that way, some of you that are, it's probably because you didn't get a lot of support in past lives. Okay, a few of us were hung, for witchery, which we were not doing that, or let's just say I wasn't. But that's what it's making soap, essential oils, and soaps, and root cures for people. I guess that's what they called it, which is ridiculous. But anyway, these abilities is frighten some people because it isn't that really frighten them. They're just a lot of people are jealous when you have innate things about you. Just like some people can play beautifully guitar, they may have been able to do that, and some people are jealous. Like, why can't I do that? Well, I don't know. When when it was the time that God was dishing out abilities, He gave someone guitar, He gave someone else healing abilities. But in fact, I do believe that if you want to use it for service to help with others, that God does honor that, and that you can increase the abilities you have and add new ones. So I want to talk about some of the common ones that I want you to be thinking. Write down, what do you think yours are? Put them in the chat box, what you think your abilities are. So empathic, that's one of them. That's where someone that they know in a room, they kind of get the feel of, is it the feel of the room, the feel of each individual people. If someone's sad, happy, whatever, they just know, and they're very much in that feeling sense. One of the feeling clairs, very much so. And then there's psychic knowing. There's people that just know things. They just do. Oh yeah, they're gonna have a boy. Oh yeah, they're gonna have a girl. And I was always like that. Now, some of these are more advanced than I'm going to go over, and you may have a little of it or a lot of it, or a little of some and a lot of or more of others. So just kind of keep that in mind too, where you are with that. Then there's people that communicate with spirit people. There's people that feel spirit people around, and they feel it, they sense it, they know it. They may see them, they may hear them, they may feel them, they, feel the presence. And then there's others like myself that have full conversations like all day long with your loved ones on the other side. Seriously, they will talk. I talk to people at night. So it's like I just talk. But not everybody's meant to do that. But there are some people that pick that up. You'll find a lot of near-death experiencers, and that really could be anybody that happens to, have a spiritual experience where they find themselves on the edge of the veil. They afterwards come back. They could be really normal people, considered normal, and they start talking to spirit people or seeing them, and it's really shocking for a lot. But because this happened to me, mine really early on, a prenatal, 3 years old and up, that I'm so used to it. But a lot of people, it's shocking. Then you have channeling into other realms, which is now what I do. I guess I got tired of talking to just spirit people. I talk to them like them a lot. So now, Jesus I talk to regularly, but he's brought me many others like Yogananda, um, Gandhi, St. Ignatius, uh, different religions. He's brought me Confucius, Sababa, Ramanuju, different ones. And they're all part of that God realm and the angelic higher realms. The five is not even, it's 5D and beyond. It's really like the 12 dimension way up there. But if we are open to that and we can put our attention to that is something I think we're all channeling to a degree. For example, artists and musicians, they tend to be inspired, right? And sometimes their muse is not someone of this earth. It could be a relative, could be an Indian guide, or it could be George Harrison from the Beatles. He's come to talk to me a few times. Very interesting. He's kind of shy. Anyway, the next one would be transfiguration. No, I'm not talking about the Jesus one in the Bible. I'm talking about the mediums like myself. I don't know how I do it. I just naturally do it. But I can have a face put, like if I'm hugging someone and we're doing a reading, and then afterwards the loved one wants to hug the person, they will literally, I'll say, okay, you can hang out, blend with me for, it's like 30 seconds, a minute. Their face will start forming on my face. It's kind of cool, which is fine if they're a nice person. I mean, that's fine. I think it's kind of cool. I don't know how. I'll even do that when I take pictures with someone. I'll start blending, and you'll see my face is starting to look like theirs. So that I don't know. I can manipulate ectoplasm, which is basically part of my light body, and the electromagnetic field, and then bioluminesce um, and plasma. And I'm able to do that. So that's just something that that I do is an energy thing. And then there's direct voice, where people that are mediums, that they can project their voice in the room, have whole conversations of, and the spirit person could be, I don't know, someone who's been gone a while. Let me think of somebody. Alfred Hitchcock. How about that? His voice in the middle of the room. That's just an ability. And that's an ability, an advanced ability of mediumship, direct voice. Then there's telekinesis, right? Moving things with our mind. Everyone saw, well, I think they did Carrie. You're familiar with Carrie. And she really messed up that high school dance. But yeah, so we can move things with our mind, just like people move things, or they bend spoons. That's something on my list. I haven't done. I have all my friends have done that. So another one is seeing through someone else's eyes, their perspective. And you're not really using their body, but you're seeing through things through their perspective. It's an ability. I can do that. I can put my attention on it. I go, oh, I get where they're coming from. I can literally kind of blend with that person, whether they're living or past, and see. The other would be mind control. That's kind of negative. So I really hate to even say that, because I would never control someone's mind. But I think we can have good influence on people and raise their energy. I'd rather focus on that, about helping raise people's energy by your presence. So that's a little bit better than mind control. Then there's remote viewing things from far distances from the comfort of your home. I do that when I do readings, and the spirit will tell me different. They go, look at that, and go with me, and they'll say, look at this, look at that in the room, and then I'll tell people. Then there's, as I talked earlier, another form of light and plasma manipulation. There's transfiguration we talked about earlier. Then there's light shields, where you can literally go shields up. Speaking of superpowers, that's a cool one, right? And you literally blast out from the center of your heart, from your Merkaba, a light shield. That's a cool one. Then there's also light defense, where you can blow that light center Merkaba and blow back any kind of dark energy. Or there's light healing and light restoration, and of not just people, but people, locations, and like animals, pets, and so forth. And then there is shape shifting. Yeah, we're going there. Shape shifting, which I'll be talking about that when I'm doing this Atlantis conference about being a high priestess, about that, and how working with energy, and to be such a high vibration that you can shift into others' reality. And you're doing that not to trick them, but it's a form of admiration. Okay, it's a form of love, not trick, whatever. There's something on TV. I don't know what that is. And, there are shapeshifters that are tricky, that may be, we would call it, reptilians, although I'm not going to give some reptilians all a hard time, because some are trying to do better. They are trying not to, be in this whole evil, I want to kill people. They really are. So, but I'm speaking of it in a positive way. Okay. That's an advanced ability. And I know that there's rumors people can do this. They can also do aberration, which is you're here, and then I'm just going to think of it, and I'm going to be sitting in front of you. That's cool. Hadn't done that one yet. That's really cool. I do it in my astral state, but not with my whole breakdown of my body. That's what Jesus could do. That's amazing. And then we also have time travel, right? So people, have you ever had a dream of you're going to sleep, right? And then in the middle of the dream, you wake up and you go, wow, this seems real. You're awake, but you're not awake. This seems really real. And it's because it is. And you have whole conversations, and you remember it, and you just hope you remember it when you wake up, right? But many times, if you wake up, if you look around, you're not even on this planet. You're like some other place that seems familiar, but seems distant at the same time. And that's because you're time traveling. Because in your etheric bodies, right, there's 12 etheric light bodies, not to mention the ones with above your crown chakra and your 12 Christ light Christ crown chakras up above the 12. You can go between time, and you can go different dimensions. So these are different abilities. So where do you fall into that? Have you thought about it? Because if someone else can do it, so can you. And that's one of the things that I am going to be teaching at the Channeling for Divine Wisdom. And I did want to throw that up there for you. So I did promise that I would give you a discount code. I did, didn't I? So you can register. If you don't want to register for the class, register for my school, because then you can get the the newsletter, any cool events coming up, really neat things. Some of the I will have guest teachers, like I've had Craig Campoboso on UFO hotspots, and I'll be having more different people, and then as well as me as a master teacher. And so I'm going to put this here where you can register. It's academyofdivinewisdom.com. And you can just go, it says channeling for divine direct wisdom. That's really a lot. If you just go to academyofdivinewisdom.com under events, or you can even go under the different programs, and it'll show right up, and you will see, and that is the 5-week master course. I'm putting a lot in there and a lot of extras. I have some incredible people that have already signed up, which is going to put other people together with other people. And I wanted to give you this code. This is a one-time code. Here you go, $100 off on this course. $100. It was already low at $444, all the work that I'm putting into this, but I wanted you to see it. I'm going to, going into the different states of consciousness. I'm going to show you how to get there very quickly to the higher levels. So, some people have already asked me, what about things that are dark? I'm going over protection and techniques, but at the level that you're going, they won't even see you because you're in such a love vibration. Seriously, this is a whole different level. But if you use code Divine 100, then it's going to be $344 for you. So excellent price. And I will get to know the students in the course. You can send me questions. We get into the practice, we'll tailor it. And then my goal is, after we get through all of this teaching, psychic, medium, this and that, the different levels, find out where everyone is, then we'll get into the practice of the actual channeling and so forth. It will be a safe and beautiful sacred space, right? So you're going to be just fine. Again, I work with God and Christ and angels and the Ascended Master, so it's all good. It's all good. That's how I roll, What I always say, there is no high like the Most High. And seriously, I don't have issues because of that. And I can show you exactly how I do it, how I connect, and share that with you. As well as what I was going to say, all the students, when we're done, I will have, after this course, for a very affordable price, practice sessions. So I can help facilitate. I can actually blend with your energy. I come in and see where you're getting your hang-ups and whatever, okay? And I can facilitate if I need to with you. So instead of just throwing you out there, I will be able to assist you, but you'll have partners and you can practice, and no one makes any wrong mistakes. Everyone wins in my class because, you just want to put yourself out there and try, because it is a safe place. Maybe out in the world it's not safe, but here on this platform with me it is. So do sign up at the Academy of Divine Wisdom and do get that bonus thing. And I will see you soon, guys. Let me just tell you, much love. Okay. I love you guys. And thank you for supporting me. Take care. Bye-bye. Please subscribe, like, and make comments, and support this channel by becoming a member. Thank you for your continued support.